I want to turn our attention now to the massive oil spill in the Gulf. It is now day 77, and today BP said so far it has spent more than $3 billion on the cleanup efforts, and also part of that money going to settling damage claims. CBS News correspondent Mark Strassmann is in Grand Isle, Louisiana with the latest. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Erica. Think about that number, $3 billion, and yet that well still gushes oil. And now lousy weather is settling in off the coasts of Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Smaller cleanup boats will have to stay docked. And in this disaster response, it's the latest delay, the latest frustration.
On this long holiday weekend, there's no break for cleanup crews on Grand Isle's beach. This island's trying to celebrate the 4th. But for the Mayberry family, the oil crisis changes the mood.
It is hard, and it's weird to see Grand Isle so dead without anyone, because the past years it's always been full of people.
It's upsetting as a mother, wondering if our lifestyle will be forever changed.
That future depends on plugging the gushing well. In the spill zone, high seas have stalled testing this super skimmer called a whale. More than 3 football fields long, it can collect up to 500,000 barrels of oily water a day. And on Grand Isle's beach, this new BP machine actually scrubs oil from sand. Work begins tomorrow.
About 50 tons a day is what we should get out of it.
And anything on that scale ever been tried before?
We've never had this much oil before on the beach, so no.
Grand Isle families know that as well as anyone, and worry what their community will look like by next year's 4th of July.
Well, what I hope happens is that there's a solution found to the oil, and that we can continue to come here as a family and make more memories.
For most of the Gulf Coast, all that bad weather is supposed to go, if anything, is supposed to get worse. All cleanup operations conceivably could stop. But again, that well will keep gushing and keep working overtime. Erica?
Just keeps going. CBS's Mark Strassmann in Grand Isle, Louisiana this morning. Thanks.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.